Well, hello there. It's been a while since I've done one of these. These are the GTSport daily races. The reason why I haven't done any for so long is I play F1 2020 more than anything else, so a lot of the videos that I've got up recently are to do with that. And also the penalty system seems to be a bit shite at the moment, where you get unfair penalties just all the time, it seems. I was an AS rated driver and now I'm down to a CB. I actually dropped down to a DE at some point, but I thought I'll give it another go because there's some interesting tracks to say the least, and I might have a dabble with all three of them. Group 3 at Brands Hatch, yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, it's not the first time we've had that, so I'll probably end up going on there with the R8 or the 911. I can only assume they're probably the two quickest cars so far, or certainly the R8 LMSs. So that'll probably be the car that we'll use. We've also got a one make with the 458 Group 4 Ferraris, which I've quite love that car, to be honest with you. So we might do a couple around here as well, around Autopolis. And also this one, a very weird one, Special Stage Route X. This is basically just flat out. We'll all do this. It's with a one make car, it's with the Ford GT. And it's one lap, and you can see the circuit there, which is built sort of, I think, like it's, I don't know what it is really, it's built near an airport or something like that. I think they're basically service roads or runway roads. Basically it's completely flat out with two bank corners, so it's a good start. No point really qualifying, doesn't matter if you're pole or if you're last. The idea is to basically be in a slipstream and then make a push before the end. The line is sort of around about here, so all the way down here, all the way up here as well. It's all about basically just keeping in the slipstream and then trying to make it work coming up to the line. The qualifying ranking, some people have set lap times. You can see how close it is. It's basically just flat out, just keep your foot down. So we'll into this one then with the specially provided car. I don't know what livery I want. Body side stripes, racing stripes, we'll do that, yeah. Okay, so onto the racing hard tyres, that's fine. I could have gone to track a couple of minutes earlier and like just driven it really to feel out what the car's going to be like, but to be completely honest with you, it's pointless. You just keep it in a straight line, you keep it as smooth as ever, try not to pick up any penalties. I don't know if it's going to be easier not to pick up any penalties. I'm sure you can bump draft without getting a penalty, but I'm quite scared to do so because the penalty system does seem quite bad at the moment. Like for example, you'll get hit up the arse, but then you'll get the penalty for it, and it's like, what? I don't get it. It's like if you spin off as well, you lose a load of time and track position, and then if you hit the barrier it gives you a penalty for making contact with the barrier. It's like I've already lost a lot of time and position, I don't need another penalty. Last week I did a couple just to get a feel back in, because I haven't really played this game since I think about middle of July. So last week the daily races, I can't remember what the first two were, but a daily race C or 3, the longest one was with the old Le Mans cars from like 1980s, 1990s, a Sauber Mercedes, a 787B from Mazda. There was a couple of Jags and Nissans in there as well. And the penalty system was just horrendous. It was by the end of the first lap, when you come up to the first sort of penalty line, half the field would be serving a penalty. And it was really difficult to not pick up a penalty. Track limits seem okay as normal. It's just that when you make like the slightest contact with someone, you seem to pick up a ridiculous penalty. And as I said, I was an AS rated driver, dropped all the way down to DE, which is probably the lowest that you could be. I've done one race since then and got up to a CB, so it's going to sort of be a middle range lobby. I'm sure that with a couple of clean races we'll get up to a B or an A. Certainly safety rating, if we have two good races in a row, we should be back up to S. So we haven't qualified, it doesn't really matter too much. It's been a few months since I've been on this game, so probably no one on there I recognise. A few Brits are on quite nice and early. We've got an Indian driver as well with a dodgy connection, but yeah, just 12 in the daily race A. I think there's 16 in daily race B, which again is one make with the 458 Group 4 from Ferrari, which is quite a nice car to drive actually. I quite like some of the Group 4 cars. The Ferrari traditionally is one of the weakest, which is why I don't use it that much, but it sounds great. And I quite like the handling on it being a sort of a mid-engined rear-wheel driven car. So yeah, it's a one make for Group B. We'll probably do one or two of them around Autopolis, and then maybe we'll do one or two in the daily race C as well, which would be the Group 3 cars around Brands Hatch. So we might as well go out anyway. Don't see any point in that. Traction control, pointless having of, brake balance, all that as well. The radar will be incredibly important on this, and we'll probably be surprised if we end up with some nutty top end speeds. Definitely over 200 mile an hour, I reckon, in the slipstream. This is basically the circuit then. It's two massively long straights, and then basically you have 2 bank corners at either end. We do have 6 gears, so that's okay. So you can see that it's going to be well over 200 miles an hour. And this is, we're not even in the slipstream here. Got a guy behind me, might try and catch up. What's the limiter going to be like for 5th? It doesn't really matter too much. There's a slight incline here, but then he comes back down the other side. And yeah, the warm-up's going to end in a couple of seconds. The guy behind us in my slipstream a little bit. So yeah, it doesn't really matter where you qualify. It's all about positioning your car. I think maybe a month ago, I'm not too sure, I was watching Super GT, a well-known YouTuber who does a lot of GTSport, and I think they had this in a in one of like the manufacturer or Nation Cup races, and he was basically saying it's all about just keeping in the slipstream, try not to pick up a penalty. Jackie 8, a new viewer here. Well, hello, welcome. And hopefully I'll be on now for a couple of hours, probably until about, I don't know, about 11, half 11, something like that. And we'll try and have a double with all 3 of the daily races. So where we go now from 11th. And it's all about the slipstream. It's going to be an interesting yet boring race at the same time, because obviously there's 2 corners, they're both flat out. But it's going to be interesting because you basically just keep in the slipstream. You can see people already now. I'm out of the slipstream here, so I've got to get into it to keep pace with these guys. And if you have a crash or a spin, you're pretty much done for. Right, let's try it. First race. Right, giving him a little nudge. If this gives me a penalty, I'm going to cry. Come on, mate, keep it straight. Come on, dude, get in the slipstream, come on. I can't pass you, so you're going to have to keep it straight, mate, come on. Keep straight, dude. Oh, fuck this guy. Right. Don't move over on me, bro. These guys up front seem to be a bit better. Oh, they're all weaving about everywhere, man. Right, this isn't good already. Look at the 4-5 wide. It's a bit silly, this. That's it, bump me. Come on. Come on, mate. Work together here, because we're losing the draft here a little bit. We're a second behind already. Jackie's saying, I love Super GT videos. Yeah, I do as well, man, to be honest with you. Right, this guy down here in 10th. Right, this isn't working. Yeah, I quite like his videos as well, being sent to the Shadow Realm and all that. Right, we're slowly gaining on this guy in P10, but when we lose a little bit, we might be able to go, look, someone up ahead has a penalty. You see what I mean? You get a penalty in this, and you're kind of screwed, really. Oh, there's crashings going on up ahead. Someone's spinning. There's a yellow flag. Please stay ghosted. Right, okay, so people have penalties. That's what I mean about the penalty system. It's so terrible around here. And look at this, we're going to absolutely fly up. Right, so we'll get past this guy. The Indian bloke's coming with me. Oi! Right, so at the head of the second pack, dude. These guys are very aggressive. Right, we're gaining here. This isn't over yet. You don't want to be at the front. Really. You kind of want to be back here a little bit. So, slip out of his slipstream. Up to P6. Get past this dude, P5. That bloke has a penalty. He's going to be completely out of this race. Why weave like that, mate? That was just silly. Oh, you should have pushed me, bro. Okay, let's get up behind this guy in P3, a fellow Brit. I've got a Brit beside me. Stay straight, man. Stay straight. Stop moving about. Okay, so we're now P3. I don't think there's anything we can do about the leaders up front. It's all getting a bit mad behind me. Are we gaining on these guys? Ever so slightly, but I think we're going to be too far behind here. And I've got the whole pack behind me here. Someone push me, come on. Yes, good lad. Okay, we're going to be 3 wide. This is absolutely terrifying, and I think we are catching the leaders ever so slightly because they're side by side. And the Indian bloke now up to P3. And he's giving this guy a nice slipstream, so we're going to follow behind him. We're going to cut in front of this guy. No, he's going to cut in front of us. We are catching the leaders. That's it. That's what you want. Everyone in a line. Come on, man. Yeah, this is when it starts to get tense now. This is when the elbows come out. And these guys at the front really haven't worked it well. Ah, don't nudge me, I don't want a penalty. Look at the defending that's going on here, and we're getting a great run along the outside. It's going to be between me and this Indian bloke, I think. This is so close. I've got to get down low, I've got to get down low. So run to the line's only just out here. We're losing more positions, block him off, give him a push. I think it's going to be P5. Ah, it's P5. It's a bit mad, it's a bit mad. Yeah, it's just one of those weird races where, oh, look at that guy going through the middle there. You can see there that, yeah, the top 7 separated by 3.5 tenths. We were 2 tenths away from winning that race. And I mean, me and the Indian guy, we were 11th and 12th and a second back at the start. And we still managed to get up to P5. So we had a clean race, which was nice. And that's sort of the way it's going to be in those particular races. It's not really about, you don't want to be leading, to be honest with you. You sort of want to come up from behind. You can see there sort of going back halfway down like the back straight, if you want to call it that, underneath the bridge. The guys in first and second were a full second ahead, and we caught up with them pretty easily because they were battling rather than working together. So yeah, that was quite an interesting one. Wow, we've got a minute. If we can quickly get in, or we can just about quickly get into this one. Right, we're in, I think. Yep, we're in, just about in to daily race B. So now this changes complexion again, if you like. This is now an actual circuit with corners and braking. And we've got just less than a minute to go then. And this will be at the Autopolis circuit in Japan, which is a real world circuit. Quite a few people think it's one of those generic GTSport circuits that are being made up, like for example, I don't know, Trial Mountain, that sort of thing, Apricot Hill. But no, Autopolis is a legit circuit in Japan. And this would be a 4-lap race with 16 cars using the Ferrari 458, the Group 4 version. I've got a Red Bull livery on this, so it does look a bit weird, but I do have a couple of Ferrari liveries as well. Thought I'd jump straight into this rather than having a bit of a delay and sort of hanging around the menu screen for 5 or 6 minutes waiting for the next race. I saw there that we had a few seconds just to get in, so that's what we've done. We'll probably be starting towards the back. We haven't had time to set a qualifying lap. But that's fine, I don't mind starting towards the back. I'm not really too bothered about sweating it too hard. I've sort of I wouldn't say given up on this game. It's certainly the first time I've streamed it in the last, I'd say, what, 2.5 months. But I think all focus now, really, for me anyway, is with F1 2020. Because I league race on a Friday and I'm doing a career mode on that as well, that I've been periodically uploading on the channel. And also as well, we're 13th out of 15. Bit of a field spread there. Quite a few people didn't set lap times. That's fine, doesn't matter. Quite a lot of Spanish in here, oh my god, so I'm expecting crashes. Yeah, so, and obviously with the PS5 coming out in November, one of the games that has been announced for the PS5 is Gran Turismo 7, I think it will be, which is obviously a continuation from GT6 that we had on the PS4 or PS3, I think, a few years ago. I've seen screenshots for it. It looks quite nice. It is definitely a throwback to the old school days, it seems. Trial Mountain as well, everyone's favourite circuit, is making a return, although the farm chicane has changed around a little bit. So yeah, I'm not too sure when the game is coming out, hopefully sooner rather than later. And so we'll jump out on the circuit now. Everything seems okay. No fuel or tyre wear to worry about. Did you secure a pre-order? If that's for the PS5, no, I haven't. But I don't. I'm not one to brag or anything like that. But I could. Oh my god, mate! Bro, if you do that in a race, you're in trouble. Yeah, like I said, I'm not one to brag. I've got a little bit of money in the bank, so I'm just going to wait really to see what games are going to be announced sort of on release. I'm unsure as well. Oh my god, everyone's off the circuit. What one to get, if I'm going to get the digital one, which I think is £100 cheaper, or the one that you can basically have downloads. Like what we've got now, have downloads and obviously use a disc as well. Most of my games are digital. I'm not really bothered about, let's say, playing a game and then at the end of the year trading it in to get, like, I don't know, £10 back or something like that. It doesn't really bother me too much about doing that. So I'll probably go for the digital one only because it is a bit cheaper. But I want to wait to see what games are going to come out on it as well. It's a bit pointless getting a brand new console if it's like, yeah, you can only play certain games on it, so we'll just have to wait and see. I'm certainly looking forward to it. The graphics look nice. The console looks quite nice as well. I know there's been a few jokes out there about the fact it sort of looks like a an internet hub stood up, but it does look nice. Right, here we go then. 13th. That dude beside me just was asleep at the line. I do love the Ferrari. It sounds great. So 4 laps, I'm expecting carnage at turn 1. So we'll take it easy. Bro. What is this guy doing? I've been punted up the rear, so I'm probably going to get a penalty for that. This guy has a 4-second penalty. He's going to turn on me, isn't he? Yeah, but I've been punted up the rear. It's all kicking off. Oh my god, these children. He's got 11 seconds. I've never seen someone have 11 seconds worth of penalties in the first 2 corners, because that's all we'd done at that point. Okay, he's off in the grass, so yep, that's a position gained. Come on, Ferrari. Give me some love. I'm really nervous by some of these guys, man. They're braking so early. Okay, so the dude in 7th is going to be well at the back. There's another guy up here that's got a penalty. I am going to play devil advocate here. And oh no, I might have a go. Oh, of course, turn in. And then that guy's gone deep. And I've been hit again. Okay, so a P6. We've managed to get away with all of the bullshit. This last corner here, you want to sort of try and get on the power early enough. Right, first lap done, we're in P6, so we had a pretty good go in the first lap. We made 6 positions up. There's still penalties kicking off behind me. 6.6 behind the leader, 2.4 behind the Norwegian in 5th. Looks like the German force made a mistake. So they're going to battle, which will slow them both up. That corner's so tricky, but it's nice on exit. You get the nice grip from the rear tyres. Another corner where you've got to be patient. You get on the throttle too early, you're into the grass and you'll lose time. So we found about half a tenth to these guys. It's a bit of a weird line through there, unfortunately. Clear behind so we can focus everything going on out front. Whee! Okay, we should be in, I was going to say DRS range here, but that don't exist. Slipstream range anyway. So still in P6, half the race done now, but we should be able to be in slipstream range. 5th and 4th are close. New fastest lap. So that's nice. 2nd and 3rd are battling as well. Dude in 5th's gone deep. Oh, the understeer. It hurts. This corner's a bit of a donkey corner. You have to wait so long to get on the power. We're starting to close up on each other a little bit. Got absolutely no one behind me, so unless we cock it up, P6 will be our worst, which isn't bad, starting 12th. I think we can get another position here. I love that little left-hander there. It opens up so much in the exit. You can carry more speed through there than you think. Right, might be in with a shout here. Another fastest lap. Nice. Oh, penalty up ahead for the guy in P3. A bit too far away, I think. Possible podium here. The understeer, fuck off. Oh, he's going to put a wheel in the grass. Oh, P3's off. And P4's sideways. Nice and slow in, so he can't cut me back. And we are, indeed, in a podium spot. Oh, very sideways there. Pretty good through the final sector. Like I said, this left-hander only really needs a little bit of a lift. Nothing we can do about the top two unless they cock up the final corner. Into P3 though, from 12th on the grid. Yeah, not bad that. Kept it clean as well, no penalties, so that's nice for our safety rating. Yeah, good result that. Yeah, I quite like the 458. Pardon me, certainly the Group 4 version. I think I've done something like 1,500 miles in this car. So obviously I've used it before. I think sometimes, in the early days, when the Nations Cup, or certainly I should say a manufacturer series, before you enter it, you've got to choose a manufacturer to go with. I think for the first few times I chose Ferrari, which is why the mileage is quite high. So a clean race, went up 10 positions. So we started 13th, not 12th. and 2 consecutive clean races in a row, which with these the penalty system going on at the moment, I think is a pretty good job. Yep, so we're getting close to level 43. We did a 53.6. Our safety rating's a B now. I think it has been anyway. 53.6. A few cars were quicker than us. But no, pretty good. I'm happy with that. What's your setup? If you're on about my home setup, if you like, I'm on a pad, not a wheel. I don't have the space at the moment for a full pedal, wheel, seat, stand setup sort of thing. I'm in a little studio flat, if you like, where basically the kitchen and living room is one room. So I'm on the pad, but I use manual for everything. The analog sticks, as you can hear there, I use the left one for steering and the right one for accelerate and brake, and the L2 and R2 buttons on the back of the controller I use basically as a flappy paddle gearbox. So it kind of gives me the feel, it's a bit weird, don't get me wrong, but it kind of gives me the feel that what am I looking for? Basically, it's like I'm driving with a wheel, where you've got the paddles. That's it, on the back of the wheel to upshift and downshift. So I've got it on the back of the pad. I've explained the setup before. I've put videos up on Twitter about it as well, saying basically this is my pad setup. And a few people out there will go, yeah, I have exactly the same. A lot of people are like, how do you race like that? And to be honest with you, I've been using this setup for I think just over 20 years, to be honest with you. And it just feels natural to me. I don't understand people that will use the trigger buttons on the back of the controller to accelerate and brake, and then with manual they'll use like X and circle or X and square or whatever it is. That's just the setup that I use, and I feel comfortable with it as well, with the analog as well. Obviously, if you push all the way forward and all the way back, that's obviously 100% accelerating or brake, but you can sort of feather the throttle and feather the brake by not being too aggressive on the analog stick. So yeah, that's the setup that I run with. And like I said, I feel quite comfortable with it, but I should be I think probably in the early months of next year. At the moment I'm in the process of selling a house that I own. We have to do a bit of renovating work to it. I don't think it's right to say how much the house is valued and how much I'll come away from it with, but put it this way, once it's all gone through and the cheque arrives in the bank, I'll be handing him a notice, well, not handing him a notice for the flat I'm currently in, but certainly back on the market to try and upgrade to probably a 2-bedroom house, something like that, and probably own it. I don't know if I can own it outright. I don't know. Depends what the value is. But once I do move and go into a bigger place, then one of the things I'll be doing will be sort of setting up my man cave, my game room, big monitors on the wall sort of thing, and then have a full setup there as well, like all the pros do. So at the moment, I've got a gaming chair which I am in, and I'm running with the PS4 controller. So we've had 2 decent races so far. What's next? We've got 5 minutes until we can go back to Autopolis, or we've got a quarter of an hour before we go back to race A or race B. Race A or race C, I should say. What is the best cars at the moment in this one? It is still the R8. There's a WRX in there. How the hell has someone managed to get a WRX into the top 10? There's an RCF in there. Most of them are R8s, and you can see that it's the A-star and S-rated drivers that are pretty much sweating that one out. Fuel consumption is 3, tyre wear was 8, I saw. It's 13 laps, 20 cars rolling start. Maximum and minimum tyre ratings, medium and hard. Does that mean you've got to use both? No, just the hards. Okay, so it could be a case of you can do 13 laps on one set of hard tyres. Okay, right, so what shall we do? What shall we do next? It's going to be a 14-minute wait for that one. We've already done that one. It's going to be a 13-14-minute wait for that one. I don't know really. I'm trying to think of what we could do next really. If we do this, it'd be about 5 past. This will be 20, so we could be waiting a little bit more of a while. I think we might as well jump back in to the Autopolis. I think one thing we should probably do is maybe change the livery around a little bit, so we're back out of all of this. Daily workout has been completed. Not that I care too much. I've got enough money that I can pretty much buy any car I want. The hell is that? Is that a Maserati? Oh, it's a Porsche. Cool, got enough of them. So we've got a couple of minutes. So where do we go? We go to home, don't we? I don't know what liveries I've got for the 458. Yeah, we're in the car, so that's fine. Let's have a look on the old collection, see what we've got. Oh, we've got 2 types of Red Bulls. Okay. I might just stay with one we've got. I don't think I've got time to go and get another livery. Don't know if we've got enough time as well to set a lap and maybe move up the order a little bit. .248. We might have enough time to do a lap. So it's pretty disappointing, I think, with the penalty system at the moment. It seems to... I don't know, GTSport I don't think I've ever seemed to have got it right. I think in the early days they had it right, sort of thing. What's the fastest time at the moment? 1:52. If we've got enough time to get around, we might just be able to sneak a lap in. It's going to be very, very close though. But I think in the early, I quite like the penalty system where you had to, where you didn't have the slow zones like you do now. But if you picked up, let's say, 3 or 4 seconds worth of penalties, you can slow down at various points on the circuit. We will just have enough time to get round, because the matching, when it gets to 0, usually delays by another 5 or 6 seconds. I brake way too early for turn 1 there. There just seems to be a constant bugbear with GTSport at the moment, where the penalty system constantly gets changed. It's never right, and it does put players off. It's put me off for a couple of months, because it's no fun really when you get sort of sideswiped and push onto the grass, but then you end up getting a penalty for it. That feels okay at the moment. And as I say that, I'll break myself into the hairpin. Oh, that was I'm losing the rhythm. Hopefully it doesn't match straight away and it gives us a few seconds to get across the line. It's not going to be a 52. It's a 53.8 though. So I'm not too sure what that will do in terms of grid placement. Well, you set a lap anyway. Right, here we go. So let's match. Let's see where it puts us. 13th to 3rd in the first race was quite nice. Oh, a P2. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So we can certainly do a bit of work from here. I think a perfect lap. We could have had pole, but I'll take that. Well, I do in 13th. Did a 2:11. Okay. There's a mix of CB, DBs down the bottom there as well. Yeah, so when you're sort of this early in the morning, because it is only 10 to 9 in the morning, not everyone is on yet. Obviously, some people in there, the Italians, the French, and the Belgians, and all that, are an hour ahead of us, so it's nearly 10 o'clock in the morning for them. So yeah, let's say in 2 days' time, a 53.8 would probably put me towards the back of the field. Well, it might not, I don't know. So a load of Ferraris coming out now. There's a Marlboro liveried one back there, that looks quite nice actually. Somebody was already off at turn 1. That's a good sign. Because warming up your tyres means so much in a game like this. Can't people get this corner right? It's another car that's gone off. Oh, now they're fighting with each other. No, that's a sign of things to come. I'm glad we're starting second and not in the back of the field. Oh, drop sight. Quick pre-race drink. We'll have another go at daily race B. So on the front row of the grid, you know, Red Bull livery Ferrari, bit weird. That Marlboro one is in 5th. Not the greatest launch. It'll be safe in P2 unless anyone decides to yeet it into turn 1. And indeed he does. Wow, you just like... Oh my... The IQ of a fucking tomato. I'm going to get punted off here, I absolutely know it. I don't want to be on the outside for this corner. Close there. Don't go, don't, why? Because look, because you. I love it. I love it. Well, you're an idiot, aren't you? The penalty system. Yes. Take it to my veins. I get hit up the arse because someone didn't realise that I was going to stop ghosting any second now, and I get the penalty. So yeah, there you go. Here's a prime example of the bullshit penalty system at the moment in GTSport. And you wonder why I haven't played it for 2 months. Okay, so 3 and a bit laps. Go on, bro, you're slow. God, they're all fighting up ahead. Yeah, you run wide. Oh, someone's rage quit. Someone has a 6-second penalty. Someone has ghosted. Man, these children can't race. Don't make contact with me. We're in a straight line, bro. How early do you want to brake, mate? Oh, and I'm going to get hit off again. Absolutely love it. And you wonder why I don't care about my safety rating anymore, because you get bullshit like this. Well, I think P3 is out of the question. We shouldn't lose too much time with this 1 second penalty. I think we should stay P9. Look at these two up front. I'm going to defend the inside against you, bro, so... Nope, another spin up. Oh, that was deep. Okay, we might have a chance of 4th. Depends how the drivers up front handle it. Or handle each other at least. Very wary of what these guys are doing. Okay, you do that then, mate. I'll just... Yeah, exactly. I'll just do that. Oh, get off, children! I'm gonna get punted, I can feel it. Okay, P6. Well, that was an early turn in. That's not going to help me on exit. Oh, just about got away with it. I'll get past this guy sooner rather than later if I'm going to challenge Spaniard for 4th. It's the best we're going to do. Oh, well, he's going to help us anyway. See you later, mate. And have a dude in 4th is all over the grass. Oh, I'm glad he's ghosted. Holy fuck, that was scary. Okay, so I'll just be gifted that P4 then. Why are you trying to overtake me there, bro? So much time we lost. We're 12 seconds behind the guy in 3rd. 18 seconds behind the leader. Okay, we've got a bit of a gap, so we're going to get challenged down into turn 1. I'm just trying to make my mistakes. As I say that, I've massively outbraked myself. They was all fighting amongst themselves, so that's okay. Yeah, you got a nice gap now, 2nd and a half. Still fighting behind me. Don't think I'm going to get fastest lap. So 53.8. Nah, it won't be fastest lap. Yeah, 54 something though. Ah, it's 55.1. But it's a P4 anyway. After the bollocks I had to put up with in the first couple of laps there. Slightly helped by the fact that a few people in front of me died. But yeah. I mean, we started 2nd, and we sort of got slapped off a little bit at turn 1. I mean, again, later around the lap as well. It's a shame as well that we've lost our clean race bonus. But it was only going to be a matter of time, really. Yeah, P4. Okay, well, it is what it is. So I'm not sure what race to do next. Someone apologising there in the chat. Yeah, well, so our B safety rating's gone down a little bit, but it's still a Okay, it's kicking off a little bit in there, but whatever, we'll leave it. So we've got a few minutes now before the next race, whatever that will be. Well, we've got almost half an hour for the Group 3. We've got 18 minutes before the one make race. And it could be the 458 again, but if we do that again, in fact, I think if we do this one again, that should set us up nicely for the Group 3 race at Brands Hatch Circuit. So yeah, I think yeah, basically we'll just do the next race all the time. Yeah, so that should, I think that's pretty much what we're going to do really. So our qualifying time is a 53.8, which puts us 7 tenths away from the top 10. 1.8 seconds off of the fastest times. That's sort, yeah, that's sort of okay. Qualifying rankings. Probably will be the Audi R8 that I'll take into this. And we'll certainly have a bit of a go. Yeah, so we'll enter this one again. And we'll go and do a couple more laps. So we'll enter the qualifying time trial, then we're going to take about a minute break for myself so I can just quickly go to the toilet. So we'll enter the qualifying time trial and I'll be back with you guys in a minute or two. Okay then, I'm all refreshed, if that makes sense. Probably a bit weird to say, but never mind. Right, 53.872 is the best we've done so far. Jump out now, should give us enough time to do 2 laps. I think I'll be happy with a 53.2. Which is 6/10 of an improvement. Because that one and only lap we did felt okay. Easy on the power. A little bit deep into the hairpin, so I had to hold the brake for a little longer. I could have taken a bit more speed through there. I think I'll improve. We do, 53.5. Now we get the delta time just above the rev counter. Can we find another 3/10? Bad exit through there. Get the grass. Yeah, we're not going to find an improvement. Yeah. Alright, 53.5. So I don't know where it will put us. I think in time we'll slowly move down the order. This will be the last race at Autopolis because I am expecting this race to be done probably by the time we get back to the menu. Oh, we're pole! By 6 steps. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that. We would have been pole if we didn't even improve on our lap time. So I think Julian in second place, he's the guy with the Marlboro liveried Ferrari. Okay, so I don't mind being pole. Well, there's a lot of C and D rated people in here. I mean, if I was in an AS rated lobby, I'd probably be towards the back. And the reason why I say AS is I am an AS rated driver. It's just that penalty system here, you can have 2 bad races in a row where you pick up 3 or 4 time penalties and your driver and safety rating record just absolutely, it just dive bombs, simple as that. Which is annoying because within 2 races you can go from being an A-rated driver down to a C or a D, and it takes you 10 or 15 races to get back up. But I'm not too bothered about rating at this point. I'm not really doing in either Nations Cup or Manufacturer Series. Oh, wow. Well, that sucks. That really sucks. Disconnected from... That sucks, doesn't it? Wow. Okay. what am I supposed to do? That is a bit crap, to be honest with you. So okay, well, No point crying over spilt milk. It happens sometimes. With his pole, it disconnects. Are you kidding me? Anyway, we might as well go and I don't know really. We'll go and have a look. We'll try and get our R8 LMS all sorted out because we'll be using that. Here it is. Sell, no, I don't want to do it. Change car. So I've changed in just 39 times. I think we've done 1,000 miles in it. 28 races we've done, and we've achieved one victory. Have we got any liveries for this? Might spend a bit of time now trying to find a funky livery for this thing. What have we got? Oh my god, it's all Red Bull liveries. I had a phase of putting Red Bull in all of my cars. I don't know why. Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, sure, we'll use that one. Oh, that's really disappointing now. Have we got time, maybe, to do... I'm just thinking, I don't want to be sitting around in a lobby for 10 or 15 minutes. That's a bit boring for everyone, really. But have we got enough time to do this one again and then jump over to the Group 3 race? I think we might have, but we've got a few minutes anyway, so we might as well go and choose a funky livery for our Audi R8. So yeah, we'll try and find something a bit different. Car livery, got to remember how to do this. Search country. Audi's from Germany. There it is. R8 LMS. There it is. We'll just click on the search button. Try and find something a bit decent. I quite like. To be honest with you, I quite like F1 based liveries. Being an F1 fan. You know, if we find something that's like a proper racing livery rather than just something like a generic blue, that isn't really very fun. Nothing really on here. Is that? Oh, that's a weird McLaren. That's a weird McLaren livery as well. I don't want to spend too much time doing it. We've got a few minutes to spend doing this, which could be a bit boring for you guys watching. I do apologise, but we'll do the Group A race again. And then we'll jump straight over to Brands Hatch. So if I back out of this and go to Germany, Audi, LMS, come up here and go F1. We'll type in F1, see what that brings up for us. Nothing there. There is no older content. Really? Okay. I'm sure there is. We'll go to older content here, see if anything pops up nice and early for us. Oh, some guy's being a bit busy, making little changes to his livery. There's another Red Bull livery there. I'm not surprised by that. That looks like a Bugatti Veyron livery, that doesn't it? But never mind. I don't know. I want something a bit different, a bit vibrant, a bit funky. Make it clear to people, hello, I'm on the circuit. How long have we got? We've got a few minutes. The Audi R8 isn't a massively popular car. It only really comes out once it is the favourite for a specific circuit. I thought, to be honest with you, the Porsche 911 RSR, which is my favourite car in this game and the one I've done the most miles in, something like 5,000 or 6,000 miles in it, I thought that would be quite a good car for Brands Hatch. I also thought the Megane, or the Renault Megane, sort of the RS Turbo, whatever you want to call it, Group 3 car, I thought that would be quite popular around here. That's a Rothmans livery Audi. That looks quite good. What's that? Frey Bentos livery. Okay, that's weird. If I don't, oh right, okay, I'm gonna have a look. Monster Energy. Well, I'm gonna have a look at the next page. If I find nothing here that I like, then I'm just gonna like whatever. It doesn't really matter. Liveries doesn't make you quicker or slow. It just makes the car look nice. So if I don't find anything here on this particular page, then we'll just go fuck it. We'll just run with whatever livery you got. It doesn't really matter. There's nothing really here that pops out at me. Is that a Rocket Williams? No, but it's a bit of a weird looking one anyway. These don't look too bad actually. Oh my god, there's a lot of it. He's been busy uploading. What else have we got? Is that supposed to be a weird McLaren? I don't know. Bit weird. A backwards Red Bull livery. That looks quite nice actually. We'll have a little preview at it. This looks quite cool actually. This looks like the Red Bull can, doesn't it? Blue wheels are a bit weird. It's basically like the Red Bull can, isn't it, with its silver and blue. Yeah, it looks quite cool actually. So we'll add it to the collection, and he deserves a like. Why not? So we're back out of all of this then. We'll make the change onto this livery, and then we'll jump into the daily race A, again with the 4GT. Around the special stage Group X, or Route X I should say, and then hopefully as soon as that race is done we can zip straight over onto the Group 3, my god, the daily race 3, which is with the Group 3 cars, I was right, and have a go at Brands Hatch, which will be a bit funky, certainly with our rating. We should have time, as long as I basically, as soon as the race is done, we get back to sort of like the final classification screen. We should have enough time to back out of it and jump into the next race. So we get a bit of everything. We'll take a red one this time. So qualifying time trial, pointless. We won't get round in time. But we know what the circuit's like. I call it a circuit. It's not really a circuit, is it? It's just 2 long straights, 2 bank corners. But rather than sitting here, we might as well go and have a look at the sites. Yeah, like I said, this circuit was on either the Nations Cup or the Manufacturer Series a few weeks ago. Like I said at the beginning of this, I watched Super GT's attempt at it. And he's right in what he says. I knew what it was anyway. There's no point trying to run away at the start. Makes no difference because, you know, as you saw there in the first race we did at the beginning of the stream, we were a second back. I was in 11th and I was a second back, and yeah, it just made like no difference really. So a person on my friends left under 46.5. You can see there the lap times are incredibly close with the top 10. I think there's 300ths in it, because it really is not a circuit that traction control will drop down to 0. Racing hard, can you go for it else? Not really. Yes, we've got about a minute then until we match. The results today so far, in general, sort of being okay. It was always going to be a close race doing this. And then in the next one we did, which was at Autopolis, we came from 13th to finish 3rd, which was quite cool. And then I would have gone again, got pole position, and then disconnected from the lobby, which is a bit of a derpy move. But we'll do this one now, and as soon as this one finishes, hopefully we should just have about a minute, maybe just less than a minute, to hop over to Daily Race C, where the true sweats get involved. And I think it's a 13-lap race around the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit, a circuit I'm very familiar with. I've raced around that circuit. It's sort of my local circuit. There are ones closer to me. Brands Hatch, I'm in Kent, I'm based in Kent. Brands Hatch is only about a 30-minute drive away from where I am. A circuit closer to me is Liddon Hill. For those of you that know it, then well done for you. That usually hosts the World Rallycross and Drift events, because it's only a group or a B rated or a group 2 rated circuit, and I've raced and driven around that circuit as well. But Brands Hatch certainly is the closest one to me, been there several times. Very, very popular circuit within the UK, hosts pretty much everything. I mean, you'll have super bikes there, you'll have touring cars there as well. Many years ago they decided to run a champ car there, and we start 11th out of 12 with no lap time. Completely fine with that. Not too sure how there's a qualifying time of nearly 5 seconds there. Oh, that's a puff away in the old vape machine. So yeah, we'll attempt this one. Don't know if we'll get a victory, but it'll be a nice close race anyway, I hope. And then we'll jump over to the Daily Race C. We won't have time to set a lap time, so we'll be starting towards the back, if not at the back. So traction control down to 0, no point in having it. So we're just driving a straight line then for 20 odd seconds. And yeah, this is going to be another interesting little race. This, don't pick up a penalty, trying to crash or get crashed into. We start from 11th. We did in the first race and ended up, I think, 4th or 5th, something like that. Very close coming across the line. We were 2 tenths away from winning. I remember that much. And again, this race is it's all about the final little bit. It's all about the final little bit. As long as we're in the draft or the slipstream, whatever you want to call it, that's all that matters. Okay, not a bad launch. Right, let's tuck in. Seems to be a lot smoother this race. The first one was a bit mad. Did I upshift into 6 a bit too early there? No, okay, we're still in the slipstream, that's fine. You do have to make moves in this race, you can't be at the back for the entirety. Give him a little bump. Wow, someone has a second penalty. It's all getting a bit claustrophobic up here. Just overtake everyone. Oh, he's got a second. Oh, what's happened there? There was a lag spike. Holy hell. Oh my god. I hope it's not my connection failing me. I don't really want to be in this position. I will be overtaken, that's for sure. Oh, this French guy's worrying me. He's already got a second penalty. Oh, he's got a second penalty as well. And him. Wow, there's quite a few out there then. So the penalty line is just up here, so some of these guys we're going to be saying goodbye to. I'm now side by side for the lead. Could be 3 of us then in a battle for this. I need people to work with me here. It's so close. It's going to be a battle with a top 5. I think everyone else is a bit too far back. We've got someone pushing around the outside here. Hug the bottom line. Come on. Got to block this guy behind me if I can, because he's going to get a run. And at some point he's going to pull out. That might just be enough. I think that'll be enough. It's going to be the win. Yeah, we're going to take the win. Yeah. Just about. Just about. Oh, that was a bit close. Quite a few people retired there by the looks of it. Well, I think unfortunately, looking at the time, we're going to miss a 9:30 race, which is pretty disappointing. Oh, have we got enough time to get in? Have we got enough time to get in? Come on, exit, exit, exit. Yep. It's 9:29. Come on. Can we get in? Oh, yes, we've got 27 seconds left. That's fine. We can just about get in. So we'll be taking the Audi R8. There it is. And hopefully there'll be a few seconds left. Yeah, we're in now. That's fine. Just managed to make it. So that was our first win of the day, of the morning. And we've got just a minute left then before we go to the track, which gives me enough time to have a quick break. So starting from P17 out of 19, we'll start on the hard tyres. Pump and traction control up to 2. I don't particularly want to go on the mediums because I'm pretty sure the race details says that you have to run the hard tyres. A lot of B, C and D driver rated drivers in here. A couple of A safety rated drivers. I'm the only Brit in the field. A lot of Germans, a lot of Spanish as usual. So this is the long daily race. Then A and B are quite short. This one's 13 laps. Fuel consumption is ×3. That should be okay. Tyre wear time is 8. I think on the hards we should be able to get to the end without having to make a pit stop. So there's 2 Beetles on the front row and a couple of 911 RSRs. And here we are then in 17th. With our weird Red Bull livery. Fuel should be okay, but I'll keep it on this at the moment just to see if it drops down dramatically, and if we have to make a pit stop. I'll be surprised if we have to. Oh, been hit up the arse. P14 has spun. Oh wow. I mean, what am I supposed to do in that situation, you know? What is this Beetle? Oh my god. Okay, fuel, fine. Don't try it, mate. More spins in front of me. I've got to get past this Beetle at some point. Another spinner. Oh. Oh, this Merc, come on, dude. Send it. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. That is just... I cry. This is the problem with starting at the back. I mean, we've made progress in terms of positions, but you're going to run wide. Give him the old squeeze. Okay, let's try and relax and compose ourselves. That was a bit fucking mad. Really? I'm just going to drag yourself wide. See you later, P12. Okay, 6.5 seconds to catch up to the next little group. At least we've sort of got clean air now, front and behind, so we can start to pump in a couple of consistent laps. See if we can close that gap. Already down to 5.4. Catching a pair of them, they're busy battling. Really busy battling. Yellow flag, P11's off. P9's off. Into top 10. So it seems most of our positions that we've gained are because people are falling off the circuit. Well, I don't care. Brand's actually one of those circuits where as soon as you dip a wheel onto the grass you're sort of a bit buggered really. P8's in the pits. See you later, mate. Oh. Bit of a four-wheel drift there through the left-hander. On to P8. Don't know if any other drivers have got to make stops if they've decided to risk it. We'll carry these mediums to the end, almost halfway through the race. I'm sorry, the hard tyres I should say, to the end. Almost halfway through this race, too much speed in there. Ooh, a bit deep. No harm, no foul. Try and close down these guys ahead of us. Considering the bullshit we've put up with there in the first couple of laps, P8 at the moment is not too bad. Oh, I might get a corner cutting like time penalty thing for that. Go away with it. Catching this guy ahead of us. I think he's off the... Is he off the circuit there? Can't tell. No, he's going in the pit zone. 6 is going into the pits. 5th was in the pits as well, up to P5. Maybe this is a race where you have to take advantage of the fact that you can use the mediums. I'm pretty sure there's people behind me's already made a change. P4's in the pits. I think it is a case of, yeah, running both sets of compounds. Oh, got that wrong. Yellow flag. Oh, this dude's facing the wrong way. Going to P5. Four laps to go. Hard tyres feel okay, but you can see there on the graphic on the left hand side how worn they do get. So I think it might be a smart move really to do mediums and hards in this race. Oh, I'm going to be in the grass. Bad mistake. Pretty much most of the cars ahead of us, or I'm pretty sure actually the top 5 now, all have made pit stops and used the mediums and the hard tyres. Oh, hello, a slow car hit. Just a Porsche. Not going to be able to hang that around the outside, are we? He's off the circuit. Cheers, bro. So back up to P5 by dint of not pitting. But I think that in the long run it makes more sense to pit. This will just be an experiment race. We'll go again with this one. And we will... Oh my god, yeah. And we will do mediums and hards. Back marker having a bit of a moment. Because these tyres are a bit fucked. Got an Aston Martin and the Beetle battling behind. So much rear slip now. Oh, you fucking kidding me, mate? That's disgusting. And I guarantee if he gets a penalty, he'll still finish ahead of me. Look how much time I lost on track, how many positions I lost, and I guarantee that his time penalty, if he gets one, will still leave him ahead of me. That's what I mean. It's just bullshit. Okay, target now is P7 if we can. So I mean, you can punt someone off into fucking Narnia and they lose 10 seconds and you get like a 2-second penalty. Oh well, last lap. God, yeah, tyres are bad. I mean, our best lap was a 26.013. It was a 27.5, so a second and a half You lose. Oh my god, someone has a minute penalty. Oh yeah, well they would have run like mediums. Yeah, okay, so if you don't put on the hard tyres, you get a minute penalty. Holy hell. I don't know who it was that hit me off. I think it was the Vantage in P5. In fact, I'm absolutely certain it was the Vantage in P5. And you can see there, he finished 8 seconds ahead of me. So that's fair, isn't it? That's fair. Wow, 2 people got penalties. 3 people got 1 minute penalties. Jesus fuck. Well, I think it's clear then, really, that you've got to run the mediums and the hards. So 4 people got penalties now? 4 people got penalties. Wow. So yeah, you've got to run the mediums and the hards in this event if you're running with the Audi. I mean, we started 17th, finished 8th. To be honest, it should have been 6th or 5th. But we'll go again. It's disappointing that ended the way it did. You can see our safety rating is now up to an A. We're still a C rated driver though. And the dude leaves the lobby instantly because, yeah, because he knows he fucked up. That's usually a sign if you get taken out by someone, like I did there, and then as soon as you get back here, they've left the lobby straight away because they know they fucked up, and I don't want you to message them saying, "Oi, dickhead, what did you do?" But yeah, it is what it is. Disappointing, but yeah. Yes, we will do the Group 3 race again. We'll enter it with the Audi R8. I mean, other cars that we can maybe do, I don't know, the Porsche could be quite good. Got the V12 Advantage there with its Marley livery, the Porsche there with its Racing Point livery, but I think we'll stick with the R8 again because I've got a bit of a handling for that now. I'm going to take a very short break. I'll have that with you guys and we'll try and secure a grid spot at least with a qualifying lap. Okay, slapped on the medium tyres. Should have time for 2 runs. Bit of a wild line through there. We'll start on the medium tyres in the race, and probably about lap 4 or lap 5 we'll stop for the hards. Seems to be the way to go. Love that left-hander. If you can hook it up nicely, get the wheel in the grass a little bit, it sort of helps you go around. Okay, first lap 25, 24.8. Lost a bit of time there. Should be in the 24.2 zone, hopefully. 24.1, 139. Don't know where that puts us. I have absolutely no idea. Could be pole, could be last. But could have got into, I think, the high 23s there. Made a mistake there. Out that left hander that I like. Lost a couple of attempts. Just have to wait to see where we line up on the grid. For this will probably be my final race before I end the stream. I work nights and I start work at 7, which means I get up about 5:30. As in 7.5 hours time. It puts us 4th. A couple of attempts would have put us, well, still in 4th, but not a bad lap there. I'll take that. At least hopefully we'll both be away from all the idiots towards the back. So yeah, like I said, this will probably be the last race because I need to end this at some point. Have a bit of dinner and then go to bed, try and get some sleep before I go to work later on tonight. So whilst most of you sleep during the night, I'm busy working. So starting from P4, make sure that we're on the medium tyres. Indeed we are, so that's fine by me. We won't go out, no point doing a warm-up, it's fine. Let everyone else go out there and crash their way around it. So quite a few people didn't set lap times, which is sometimes a bit of a worry because they could be super quick and doing the last to first challenge or something like that. We have a full lobby of 20 cars. I reckon there'll be about 14 by the end of it. Hopefully we can keep it clean for the first couple of laps, avoid any sort of carnage. We're nearly 4 tenths quicker than the car behind us in 5th. Quick little drink. So it's been okay so far in this stream with the results. We've won a race in the daily race A, obviously, but I want a decent result here if I can. And starting from P4, we've got every chance of doing it. We've got A and B safety rated drivers in this lobby, so hopefully they're a little bit cleaner. So we've got a portion of Subaru on the front row of the grid. And 3 R8s. Almost at 1,000 miles, you can see there in the bottom left with this car. In fact, by the time we cross the line, it will all click over into 1,000 miles. We're good on fuel, we know that much. 1,000 miles completed in the R8 LMS. Oh, I've messed that up. Fortunately, so is the car behind me. And we've got a good gap behind, they're all battling and they've all got penalties. That corner there, that right hander is definitely my weakest. Oh, dipped a wheel on the grass, got away with it. Retirement's already coming in, people rage quitting, down to 17 already. These guys in front of me are probably about half a second a lap quicker. We're massively ahead of everyone else behind. They seem pretty quick and consistent as well, these guys in front of me. So we might have to rely on mistakes to make the podium. Pretty sure all 3 ahead of all on the mediums as well, like us. Overdriving the car a little bit here at the moment. It's nice through there. Cool. Losing time to the top three, that's fine, really. They're all quicker than us. We started fourth, we're running fourth. Miles ahead of everyone behind. We'll probably pit at the end of this lap then for a set of the hard tyres. The thing is though, we can easily make the podium if one of these three ahead of us and second and third are battling, which is why we're closing up. One of them has an incident, goes onto the grass, half spins the car, will be right there. So for us to make the podium, it's all about just trying to keep it clean. No one behind, as you can see. Third's had a moment, he's in the wall, he's off the circuit, he's got a penalty as well for hitting the wall. And like I said there, all we got to do is keep it clean. Wait for someone to make a mistake. And that's exactly what they've done. And now we're in the top three. So we'll jump in the pits now then. That was terrible. I always get that wrong. Don't refuel, hard tyres. And we're out in fourth, behind the guy that's got the penalty. And I suspect he's on the medium tyres as well. Got to get used to his hard tyres. Take a lap or two. So P3 pits. This is back up into the podium spots. Blue flags being waved. I can only assume a back marker is up ahead. The good thing about this game is that the back markers, if you're going to be lapped, you're ghosted, so they can't interfere in your race. For too long there's various games out there where people allow themselves to get lapped so they can troll and take out the leaders, and I'm not really interested in all that. In fact, there is the back marker there off the circuit. See the British guy currently in the pits, he might come out ahead of us. In fact, he doesn't. So we're now P2. Have a battle on our hands. Don't know how the leader's 12 seconds ahead of us. I didn't see what tyres the guy behind me went on. This guy behind's a lot quicker than me. Leaders in the pits now, coming off the medium tyres. There's a bad line through there. Oh, the leader's off. And we're back to P2. But he is quicker than us. So I'm going to have to rely on a mistake. We've made a couple. Just try and keep the pressure on if we can. Oh. You don't want to be on the grass on the exit of that corner. 3 laps to go then. We're going to need a mistake from this guy in the lead if we're going to win this race. pushing as much as I can, trying to keep the pressure on. But I think he's got the beating of us. P3 is still about 2 seconds back. So he's doing to me what I'm doing to the leader. Just absolutely going for it now. One small mistake. It's going to change everything here. Home straight then, starting the final lap. Come on, dude, make a mistake. Give me the win. Okay, P3's made a mistake and gap behind is over 8 seconds, so I don't have to worry about anything behind. Nothing I can do about the leader. He's checked out, nearly 3 seconds clear. Just hope he makes a mistake. Final corner, final lap. Yeah, he's done it. He's got the win. We'll take a P2 vote. Yeah, not a bad result. Not a bad way to end the stream either. That was fun. That was fun. That you know, we were pushing throughout the race, the whole 13 laps. So comfortably finished ahead of the WRX in third. He was leading and spun on his outlap from the pits. So the rest of the classification starts to filter in. Probably a few retirements, 3 retirements in that. A P2, not bad. That's a good result. That, and we kept it clean as well, no penalties, so that's always a bonus. It wasn't a clean race. We made contact with cars, but no penalties. So yeah, with the penalty system being the way it is, I'm happy with the P2. So the prize money, distance and experience all comes in. We'll exit this and therefore exit the stream as well. Quite nice actually. I managed to have an opportunity to race all 3 of the daily races. Twice we did the special stage Route X and the second time we won it. We would have done Autopolis twice, and the second race we was on pole position, but I got disconnected, which is quite disappointing. So we only managed 1 race there. but race C we did twice, and we come away with a second place in that. So all in all, pretty decent, really. It's been okay coming back to GTSport. Like I said, not too much focus on this game now. The PS5 is dropping in a couple of months, and Gran Turismo 7 is being announced as being on the PS5. There's no announced date yet, or release date yet for the game, but be sure as soon as that comes out, I will be pre-ordering that as soon as I possibly can. But it's been nice to do another live stream with GTSport. I know this seems to be quite popular on my channel, so hopefully another one will come next week as well. You can see there in the top right, we're now a BS. Someone's saying it's bullshit, but we're now a B rated driver, back up from a D to a B, and an S for safety rating, which will hopefully put us in some more cleaner and more competitive lobbies going forward. But thank you very much for watching this live stream. A like and a subscribe will always be helpful. I don't do YouTube for money, nothing like that. I don't need it at all. I'm a very small channel at the moment, but I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the time I spend recording and uploading videos for the F1 2020 career mode. I also enjoy the live streams I do when I'm league racing and doing GTSport as well. So a like and a subscribe from you will tell me that I'm doing a good job and you like the content. And hopefully I'll see you for another live stream at some point soon. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again.